Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Jason, Jason's House of Fun and Video Games, bringing you today a video I've waited a long time to put out. Halloween, the Complete Collection, 15 disc deluxe edition. My goodness, say that 12 times fast. I guarantee you it will not come out the same way as you once said it in the first time. Now, interesting fact before we get into the actual box set itself, this is actually released from Scream Factory. If you check out my latest video prior to this, it was reviewing and unboxing the deluxe edition of Friday the 13th, the complete collection as well. I didn't realize that they were both from Scream Factory, 1, and 2, I didn't realize that retailers actually sold these. So back in 2013, I was walking through the local mall. I went into a retailer I cannot remember right now, and I saw this sitting on the top shelf in all its glory. Sorry about the glare, but it is what it is. I'm trying my best. And I said, "Is that a Blu-ray set of Halloween?" He goes, "Yes, it is." And I was like, "It looks like a box set." I looked at it real quick. There's a lot of special features. I was like, "All right, I'll buy it." I got into a great conversation with the gentleman that was there that sold it to me. He actually purchased it himself. He was a huge horror and Halloween fan. So, like everything on this channel, I like to get into good, positive conversations when it comes to these kind of things and any kind of my content. So, that was no different, and I have not changed in the years since then. So, let's get right into the box set. We're going to try to cover this so that we do not drop any discs like we did the last one. I'm not the best at these unboxings. This isn't really an unboxing, it's a review, but hey, it's the same style and I kind of like it. So just look at that. I wish I could show you the full box artwork because it is really beautiful, but if I do that, this will rip. And I actually like these on them as opposed to inside them, whatever, or getting rid of them. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have the same issue with wanting those as well. So this has been through the ringer. It's been moved around a lot, but I usually take pretty good care of my movies, so I want you to take a quick look at that. You can pause it if you'd like to see some of the special features. I'll go over a few of them, but not all of them. This deluxe set includes John Carpenter's Halloween, of course, the original, Halloween 2 through the second Rob Zombie movie, along with Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, not only the theatrical cut, but finally, on Blu-ray, the unrated producer's cut. Now, before we get into the movies, I'll tell you a little story about Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Now, it's hit or miss. A lot of folks like it, a lot of folks don't. It's gotten a big cult following, kind of like the third one. Now, back in 1995, at a local mom and pop video rental store, kind of like Blockbuster, but locally, and not a big chain, I rented a movie called The Jerky Boys. And if you haven't checked those guys out, they released a lot of different CDs. They basically made prank calls, and it was really funny. It was, big thing in the 90s. They made a movie adaptation about the, phone calls and everything like that. It wasn't the best, but it was funny, and I don't know if it stands the test of time, but we can get into that conversation, of course, if you'd like, another time. In that was a theatrical, what was it, a teaser? I believe it was a theatrical teaser that was released on it. When I popped that in the first time, and I saw, finally, after many years, after the Revenge of Michael Myers, Halloween 5, Halloween 6, the origin of Michael Myers. Let me correct myself. Halloween 666, the origin of Michael Myers. I was blown away by it. Completely different idea, goes into a lot of different mythology, and I couldn't wait for this to come out. Now, I was too young to actually go to the theater and watch it. Just didn't get around to it. There's ways around it, of course, as most of you know, but didn't get to watch that. Halloween H2O was the first one I actually saw in the movie theater. But when I rented it on VHS, and I actually saw a theatrical trailer for it before that, when it was in the movies, I was like, this looks a lot different from the teaser trailer that I saw in that Jerky Boys movie. Little did I know, I ended up renting the VHS when it came out, and I was surprised. It was a completely different movie, had a completely different feeling of it, and it didn't include any of the scenes that I saw, and I remember them very vividly because I was so excited. The reason being is because there's 3 different cuts of this movie. One that we've never seen before, which I believe is entitled the Director's Cut, which has not yet to be released as of this year. Probably never will be, because they put so much time and effort into the Producer's Cut coming out. And of course, the Producer's Cut and the Theatrical Cut. Now, when this came out, obviously the internet was very young and very, premature. So it was just beginning, at least for my understanding and my knowledge of it. So I used to read in a bunch of forums and music and movies and horror, of course. And this is one of the things that was brought up, that there was actually a producer's cut. And this was back in 96 or 97. I think it was 96. And that's when I got introduced to eBay, which, of course, as you've seen from a lot of my series on the channel, I do a lot of eBay and eBay buying as well. So my first eBay purchase was Halloween, the Producer's Cut on VHS. It was a bootleg. It looked terrible. It looked like somebody did even a worse job than sitting in the theater, hearing the noises and everything. I know we've all seen at least one of them in our time of watching movies. But it was what it was. It had all that additional footage. A lot of the music score was missing. Some of the scenes didn't even have sound in it. Like, it was pretty bad, but it was the movie that I saw from that teaser trailer. So until this point, I never thought I'd ever see it in its full form, remastered on a Blu-ray or even a DVD or even a VHS that looked decent enough. And I finally got it with this. So I'll actually get up and show you that real quick. That's one of the movies I didn't pull, but it has to be shown. So let's take a peek here. See if I can pull it out. Oh, there it is. Don't mind me. You can't see what I'm doing, but I just did a lot of bending and moving for it. So, here it is right here in all its glory. My first eBay purchase ever. Look at that copied cover art. Oh my goodness, that's awful. But still, it's great. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, the Producer's Cut. 43 minutes of unseen footage. Wow. I'll let you take a quick peek at that. You can pause it if you'd like to read through the whole thing. And this is how it looked. Not too bad for a bootleg, but clearly a bootleg nevertheless. That is always going to stay with me because of what it meant, and it was my first eBay purchase, so from many, many years ago. It's pretty cool. And we'll get into some other versions of Halloween as well, why I was so excited to finally get this. I hunted down a few of the Blu-rays over the years. Some of them just didn't interest me because they didn't have what I wanted the most out of them. Special features. But we'll go over a few of them. That's not the one I want to do first. Where is it? No, I left it over there. What a debacle. I had this all set up, but it is what it is. This is what happens. It's only happening on my channel. I'm sure it happens everywhere else. I'm kind of being dramatic, but when I finally saw this, many years before this actually came out on the, this is also a Scream Factory release. Apparently I have a lot of their releases and didn't even realize it. So this was the first time I could ever see the TV version of the film with alternate footage. Now, of course, they don't mix in the theatrical version, which would have all the swears, the gruesome kills, and everything like that, and the nudity. It is the actual TV version, but still, it's the first time I've been able to see it. Look at that cover art. I mean, you know how I am with cover art, and that's awesome. I kept everything on it, too. And this was my first glimpse into all the special features. Just amazing. Another one as well. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Look at that, 30th anniversary sticker. That's awesome. This one I don't believe has any deleted scenes. I don't think there's any deleted scenes that anybody's ever found on it. But still, pretty cool, and it was on Blu-ray, so can't go wrong. And at this point in time, I don't have any of the VHSs of Halloween, or at least at the time that they had that. So the other ones I have are ones that, you know, I was like, oh, I'm going to get the Blu-ray set, and they'll never come out with a complete series, but I got Halloween H2O. I got this on DVD as well, but I was super excited to get it on Blu-ray because, you know, Blu-ray and the look of it and everything. That's Rob Zombie's first movie. I actually really like this movie where a lot of people don't, but, you know, a lot of folks have a lot of mixed reviews, but I guess give it a few years and maybe somebody will change their mind on it because it's cool. Halloween 2, Family is Forever. Yeah, it's an interesting one, but, yeah, pretty cool. Let's get into why you're here. Now, this box set was re-released again as a 10-disc set, and it didn't come with a lot of the special features. It did come with the unrated producer's cut, but it didn't come with this booklet for sure. Look at that iconic picture right there. Just awesome. I'm not going to go through this like crazy. Try to go through it a little bit better than that. It has a lot of different literature and explanations behind each movie and all the differences and challenges it, you know, had during the filming and everything like that. But pretty cool. I've read through that multiple times. It's good to be able to have that. I remember trying to track down that information, like I said, back in the day, and actually have it in that as opposed to like 500 pages I had to go through is great. So we'll go through the actual box set now. Look at the way that these Blu-rays look. All black. I love it. This is my favorite collection, not only just because it's Halloween, but that. I'm not going to go through everything on these discs, but this has the TV version footage, theatrical trailers, TV and radio spots, which is pretty cool. You don't hear those anymore. Sorry for the glare again, and a lot of the different audio commentaries that you would expect. This also has a bunch of features, of course, you know, behind the scenes and everything like that. It has the two different... it doesn't have the two different versions, so when I first popped this in, and I was like, oh my god, where's the extended edition? Because somebody took the time to mix the extended edition with the theatrical edition, so there was no swears cut out, like, you know, unfortunately happened to Halloween 2, but it's still cool to see. It wasn't on here. It's actually on the last disc, so if you do happen to obtain this, we'll go over that at the end. That is actually on that disc, so still pretty cool. I was super excited to have this on Blu-ray. I think I had it before on Blu-ray as well. Actually, I do, and it's an arm's reach, so I don't have to go running around for it. This was the 35th anniversary. I don't believe I got this before the box set. I can't remember, but I had a couple of the same things on there as well. It's an Anchor Bay release, so pretty cool. Look at that cover art, though. Oh, you know what does come with? The original theatrical trailer. That's pretty cool. It's got some literature in here as well, which is also pretty cool. It goes more in depth with the about the first movie, so just check out that cover. Wow, that's awesome. It was definitely worth it, and I'm never getting rid of it, so that's cool. And moving on. Halloween 2. The iconic pumpkin with the face in it. From the people that brought you Halloween, more of the night he came home. This has the same features as I said before with the other release, which ironically is from Scream Factory as well. Didn't even realize it. This also has the television version in DVD. It's not in Blu-ray. I believe the other one actually had it on Blu-ray. I'm not mistaken. Which is interesting because this is a super duper box set. Nope, it's the same thing. It's actually on DVD as well, but just look at that. That's just great. A lot of great special features on here as well. Some great audio commentaries. Deleted scenes as well with an alternate ending that wasn't released ever, which was actually alluded to and rumored to be a deleted beginning for Halloween 3. So at least a portion of it. So a portion of it is, at the end where, Laurie, if spoiler alert, I don't know why it would need to be said at this point. Laurie gets away. It actually has a scene with her and Jimmy, one of the people who work at the hospital, is one of the ambulance drivers. So interesting interaction between those two, and you get to find out whether Jimmy is actually alive, as opposed to whether you get to find out if Paul's alive at the end of Friday the 13th Part 2, which has never been answered to this day that I know of. So at least we get that. And then the part that I was saying with the deleted beginning, again, a rumored thing, was Dr. Loomis and Jamie Lee Curtis talking prior to that movie, after this was already done and wrapped up, and saying that she was going to fake her death and everything, which kind of gets a little bit explained in Halloween H2O. So interesting how the difference in many years and development hell and different sequels and different directions for these movies, and there's still some continuity in some of the later releases. So that's pretty cool. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I don't know which box art I prefer more. Do I prefer that one or this one? I love the original one for the VHS. I needed this one for sure. This one just looks awesome, though. I can't complain. I'm a sucker for the box art. You know that. There's not a lot of special features in here. Just a couple of audio commentaries. Of course, the theatrical trailer and some TV spots as well. Pretty cool. Just look at that look. That's sick. If this movie was just called not Halloween 3, but Season of the Witch, I definitely think that we would be in a much different opinion or overall opinion of it. But this is getting a cult following over the years, and a lot of people are turning around and saying they actually like this. I've always liked it. I thought it was interesting. Without having Michael Myers in it, it took me a little while to get over that. But if you can forget about that, you see him on the TV at some point in one of the scenes with Tom Atkins. So it's awesome. It's a great movie, and it's a great addition. This was actually supposed to be the start of the anthology series. So Carpenter actually, from what I know, and don't quote me, actually wanted to make Halloween an anthology series. So kind of like different movies. So that's basically what an anthology series is different movies with different stories and everything like that. Creepshow does that, and Creepshow 2 does that. There's a couple of different movies out there that do that. So this was supposed to be the direction he wanted to go into. So it's more of it's a horror movie, but there's a lot of science fiction elements in it as well. So it's definitely cool. If you haven't, give it a watch and forget the fact that Michael Myers is in it. I think you'll really like it. Halloween 4. Look at that amazing box art. Not a lot of special features on this one, just a couple of audio commentaries and theatrical trailer. Again, a 1-disc, which is cool. Probably one of my least favorite of the series, but still appreciate it for what it is. It's a very convoluted movie, and they really rushed a lot of parts of it, you can clearly tell. But still, it's still cool. This one right here has some other features the other one didn't. Of course, the auto commentaries. On the set, original promo and theatrical trailer. That is going to be a 1-disc set as well. Pretty cool. Which mask do you prefer out of all these? Do you prefer the original? Do you prefer this one? 4, 6, 8? I don't know. You tell me. I like them all. This one is definitely a strange one, and the mask itself just, I don't know, just doesn't do it for me. Not as bad as Resurrection, though, so I'd say Resurrection's probably my least favorite out of all of them. Terror Never Rests in Peace. Yeah, that's the first introduction, other than that teaser trailer that I saw of Halloween 6. So this one will have the 2-disc set, theatrical cut on one, producer's cut on the other. And look at the special features. This was the one that they blew apart. They really stacked up the special features. Again, sorry for the glare. You can pause it if you'd like just to see a few of those special features. I'll go over a few of them right now. So There's some, of course, audio commentaries, which is good. There's a great one where it's called Jamie's Story. So this is an interview with the original Jamie Lloyd, Daniel Harris, which is awesome. And it's got a lot of different features as well. It has additional scenes from the producer's cut in there as well, and going over some of the explanations behind that. There's also some alternate and deleted scenes that may have been in a TV version of this, and part of it is probably in the director's cut as well that they have yet to release or uncover, that is not present in either cut of the film. So that is the director's cut scenes that would be included in that as well. Imagine if years to years to come we get a fully complete, this is a really good one, but a fully complete Halloween director's cut with mixtures of the producer's cut, the gore, and everything into one movie. That would be awesome. So this also has the teaser trailer, the one I keep referring to right there. That is Halloween 666, the origin of Michael Myers. And of course, there's the theatrical trailer, TV spots, and the still gallery. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I've watched every one of those features. Halloween H2O, this is the first one I got to see in the movie theaters. And I was super excited to see it. This summer, Tara won't be taking a vacation. There are a lot of parts of this movie that I was really excited for. The fact that Michael finally came back after years and years and years of being away. Jamie Lee Curtis coming back. It had a very Scream-like feeling. Kevin Williamson, who was heavily involved in the writing of Scream, which is a great movie as well, but it's very self-aware. It is definitely a 90s movie, to say the least. This has a lot of those elements in there, and, you know, I still know what you did last summer and stuff like that, but still, it's cool. I'm not the hugest fan of the mask, and at some points they had to do some CG to correct some things, because the mask was completely different from the one they were in the other parts of the movie. You could clearly see when those are, and I'd be interested to hear the conversation about how this movie ended. It is definitely a unique ending, but if this was the end of Halloween and the continuity, or, you know, as best as they could throughout all these sequels, they go in a lot of different directions, like Halloween 6, for example, I'd be okay with it, but you couldn't let him rest in peace. They said that in the sixth one. You should have known there was going to be more. Halloween Resurrection. This is my least favorite of the franchise. I've grown a little bit more of appreciation from it, actually seeing it on TV. There you go again with that TV stuff. So, alternate endings, deleted scenes. There's no real big differences from the DVD release that's been out for a while as well. And that mask, I am just not too fond of. The premise of this movie is very strange. The Myers house doesn't feel legitimate. And Busta Rhymes pulling his his kicks on Michael and his little one-liners. I mean, I get a kick out of him now, but at first, when I saw this in the movie theaters, he got some laughs, so I'll give him that. But a lot of us horror fans were pretty upset, and they certainly had no reason or no issues with voicing it throughout that movie, so I will always remember that for very opinionated and very loud. So, still got to see it in the movie theater, so that's pretty cool. Halloween, the Rob Zombie remake. He's got a lot of great features on it as well. There's a documentary that's 4.5 hours long that goes into the making of, the making of the movie, that is really good, and just seeing like kind of some of the reasons why, or the directions that Rob Zombie took. So a lot of people have mixed opinions about this. Michael Myers, when he was introduced in Carpenter's Halloween, was a supernatural force of nature, but not really supernatural. There was just no reason, no explanation behind him. As the rest of the sequels went on, they tried to explain it in different ways, and obviously with the Thorn cult in Halloween 6, and in this one, this goes back to his beginnings, and it is a very brutal film. So if you don't like brutality or some serious gore, you might want to skip this one, but it's a great movie. I like it. I like the different direction, and I'm okay with it. I like it. And the gore is just off the charts. This one right here is Halloween Forever. Halloween Forever. what was I thinking? This is Halloween 2. Family is Forever. It's not late or nothing. This one doesn't have any different versions of the film. It only has the unrated cut as the other one does. It's very hard to find the theatrical cut of these films, which people really go after, which is funny because back in the day you would only go want to see the unrated director's cuts. Well, everyone wants to see the rated cuts as well. These two movies, mainly this for the ending, there's very, very big differences in it. You can actually find it. It's actually been released, I believe, on Blu-ray. But it's overseas that I believe it might have been a PAL release. So you could check that out if you really wanted to see that. So here's the thing I was talking about earlier. There is the rest of the special features on the bonus disc. I was going crazy for a while when I watched through all of them. And I was like, oh, there it is. It's in there. So the extended edition on Blu-ray, the scenes that were re-edited in are obviously at a lot different look to them. They, look like the DVD release, but it's okay. It's cool. And still pretty cool. How did I feel about this movie? It was different. This one was a re-imaging and spent a very big homage to the original to an extent. This one was take the dog off the chain and let Rob Zombie go wild. I still like it for what it is. It's extremely gruesome, especially the scene when Michael gets out of the stripper joint, which is funny to say. I never thought I'd say that. And he crushes a guy's skull. It's pretty intense, and the sound is out of this world. So definitely one of my most gruesome kills that I've ever seen. And I appreciate all the Halloween films for what they are, but I do have my favorites and my least favorites. So let me know in the comments section down below. Do you have this Blu-ray box set? Is it something that interests you? And if it does, be prepared to spend some money. Because I've seen a sealed, which I would never do because I'd always wanted to watch these movies, a sealed version of this box set going for about $800. So that is an awful lot of cash, and that's okay. But as always, let me know down in the comment section down below what you thought of this video. Are you a horror fan? Are you excited for Halloween? It's only 6 days away. Let's get into some great conversations as always down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. 76 other folks out there, amazing folks, have decided to subscribe to the House of Fun and Video Games, watch videos regularly, and we go back and forth with some great positive comments, giving their opinions, my opinions, and we're just having a lot of fun. So make sure you subscribe, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I'm sorry. It's a little late and I'm getting tired. If you have subscribed, or if you do subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, because anytime that I decide to post a video, you'll be notified of it right away. And we do a lot of different videos on the channel. Check them out if you get a chance. You can also find us on Facebook at Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. Self-explanatory, just like the channel. I like to post a lot of different things there, a couple of other ideas, some pictures, some cool things. I also post some things wrestling related every once in a while. Not like full videos, but just pictures, and just trying to get into some good conversations with some folks over there as well. I feel it's a lot easier to do that than it is to do on the tube of a billion views, but only one of me and you. And that's it. So today's Sunday, I think. It's still Sunday for the next 15 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Get ready for Monday, because it's the work week. And for the next couple weeks, there might not be a lot of content on the channel, because I'm having to change, at least for the next 3 weeks, my work schedule around, which is going to have me on all kinds of crazy different hours during the night and day. So I'll get as much content out as I can. I actually think I want to watch a Halloween movie now, because I haven't watched one in a while, and it is that time. And I got this awesome shirt on. So that's it. That's all I got. I hope you had fun, folks. Like I said, comment, like, subscribe. We're also on Twitter as well at Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. And that's it. So this is Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. I hope that you're ready to face that work week because Monday is upon us. It is now going to be Monday in 15 minutes. And it's going to be tough, but we'll get through it because this year is a special year. Not because it's 2020, it's been a very tough one, but because Halloween, for the first time in forever that I can remember, is actually on a Saturday. And guess what? This guy isn't working, so you know what he's going to be doing. If there isn't any trick-or-treating, which could be something we'll have to decide at some point, I'm going to sit and watch some horror movies. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you.